Just let me know when you all are ready.
Okay.
Do I need to spell my name again?
Her, just
Okay.
in case they need it.
People are watching this back at the station who may not know who you are.
Okay.
Ready?
Everybody ready?
Yeah. Yep. Just say it's my first mistake.
Hello all, thank you for meeting with us again this afternoon. My name is Chief Joshua Snyder of Franklin Fire Department. This morning we were called out at 5:16 for a working fire at the new construction at Compass Park apartment complex. Nothing's really changed from this morning other than the fire is out. We are still battling hot spots in there, trying to get small flames that keep reappearing under rubble knocked down. The temperature of the fire ground is still around 100 degrees, so investigations have not started yet because it's not cool enough to safely allow guys to go in there and start working. So that's why there's water still flowing. We still have multiple agencies here. We have Bargersville, White River, and Franklin still on scene. My investigators that will be leading the investigation did call in the state fire marshal. The state fire marshal is on site. They will be assisting my investigators with the investigation. And right now there's still no injuries, but we don't know anything more because we haven't even got to start the investigation process yet. So I'm now going to turn it over to Mike with Compass Park, and he will give his statement.
Hi, my name is Mike Spencer, M-I-K-E, last name Spencer, S-P-E-N-C-E-R. I'm the CEO here on campus. As we reported this morning, we have had no injuries to any of our residents that we evacuated from the occupied portion of the building. We have since this morning sent 3 staff members out to be checked for smoke inhalation. They have all been released now and are home. So we're glad to know that. They were 3 that were very active during the evacuation. We're working hand in hand with all of the representatives on campus, State Fire Marshal's Office, the City of Franklin Fire Department, the other agencies on site. We've had Franklin PD here. And our job is to really stay out of their way and make sure that they have whatever they need to conduct a thorough investigation so we know how to move forward. Our residents, as I said, are safe. We are well into the planning stages for them and them being relocated temporarily while we start the restoration work in the phase 1 of the building that was occupied. We don't have all those details worked out, but I think that in working with the families and with those residents, I think we have a plan coming together that will ensure their well-being until we get on the other side of this. That's really all we know right now. We are, as I said, we're waiting on the investigators to get in and to do their job. I think everybody that needs to be notified has been notified. And we probably will not give any more updates sometime on Monday. I don't know if we can set a time now for Monday, or we can do it if you want another time, or if you want to be done, we can be done. That's up to all of you, but we just want to make sure the facts are out there. And the one fact, if you cover nothing else, is the fact that none of our residents were injured. None of them were in harm's way. Everybody is safe. So far they're happy. And so that's what's important. Our staff are all going to go home tonight safe. So a building can be replaced, and our residents can't, but they're in good shape. So that's the important part for you to know. If you want an update on Monday, we'll schedule a time and give you what we know at that time, okay?
And Mike and I can work together to reach out to all of you to do a conference then.
Okay. At this time, I'd like to introduce Randall Seipel. He is the Grand Master of Free and Accepted Masons of Indiana. We are a Masonic owned facility here, and so, would you like to say anything?
Sure. Good afternoon. My name is Randy Seipel, S-E-I-P-E-L. I'm the Grand Master of Masons of the state of Indiana, representing the 39,000 Masons spread across the state and the Eastern Star members that also comprise the Indiana Masonic home at Compass Park. And I just want to take the opportunity, number one, to thank our director, Mike Spencer, and his amazing staff for their quick action in evacuating the residents that were in danger and ensuring that their safety and happiness and their well-being is being taken care of. And we'd also like to express our thanks to the Franklin Fire Department, Police Department, all the associated agencies that assisted. And it's been wonderful to see the community of Franklin pull together, bringing in snacks and food and bottles of water and phone calls, emails all across from the state, and to our members who've reached out all day long wanting to know what they can do to assist the residents who are displaced. We have I sent out an email just recently if anyone would like to donate funds. I set up a link that'll go directly to help the residents that are displaced. But we thank everyone for their concern and their prayers during this time. God was good this morning. This could have been extremely, extremely tragic. So he was smiling down upon our Indiana Masonic home at Compass Park and all of our wonderful residents and staff. So thank you very much.
We will give a further update Monday morning at 10 o'clock. If you want to come back, we'll do it here in this room, and may or may not have additional information, but we'll give you an update on Monday, okay? Thank you all.
Can you answer just a few questions? Joshua, first of all, just can you give me a rough estimate of how many firefighters were on the scene and actually how long you would say the fire was active until it was sort of under control?
A rough estimate, I would say there was 60 firefighters here from I think everybody in the community was here in the county, so it would be 11 fire departments and about 60 guys. So I do believe there was somebody here from every Greenwood, Bargersville, White River, Franklin, Whiteland, Needham, Nineveh, Trafalgar, Edinburgh. So I think everybody in the county was called here to assist with a major structure like that. That's just common for us to have mutual aid, and that's why we have a mutual aid agreement throughout the whole county. So like I said, I think there was somebody here from every department in the county.
And how long would you say the flames were active, or what you would say you had it under control?
Probably a good 2.5 hours before we got it under control, 2.5, 3 hours, so. And we're still battling hot spots right now, so.
For people who might want to donate to help residents, how can people do that?
We have set up a fund that actually has been put out on Facebook. We've had a lot of requests, and I'd be happy to get each of you one of those documents before you leave, that if you would want to share it.
About how many people are displaced?
54, 55, something like that.
And how long do you think that they will be displaced?
We really don't know yet. The building is really still under control of the fire department and the state fire marshal's office. So once it's released, we do have restoration crews on site with equipment ready to go. So they have mobilized, but we want to make sure we're not in the way of the investigation. So I anticipate getting that green light today, and we will work 24 hours a day because our residents, a lot of them are frail, elderly people, and we don't want to disrupt their routine anymore, and we have to, so we will work around the clock to get them back in their homes.
In fact, the restoration company already has equipment in the building doing air purification from smoke damage and stuff like that already in place right now.
And to clarify, the first restoration will be to the smoke, the building that had smoke damage, and then will there be rebuilding of the structure that was destroyed?
Well, the restoration is the smoke damage, and we had a little bit of water damage. So those will be the two critical pieces, make sure we don't have mold or anything like that. As far as the unoccupied building that burned, it would be our desire, because that building was 97% ready to be occupied. And so we have a lot of of people who want to move and live here on this campus. So yes, I'm sure we will move forward with rebuilding that building. You know, the thing, we don't know how long an investigation will work. You know, there's a lot of insurance companies involved, a lot of agencies involved, and we want to do the right thing in the right way. So we're not going to rush it, but I am quite sure that we will move forward with rebuilding it when everybody checks off and says we're good to go.
Mike, the 54, 55 that had been displaced, is that the same number of people that had to be evacuated, or were there more that had to be evacuated?
No, that is the number that was evacuated.
And is that a variety of people in various stages of care or assisted living or independent living, or could you generalize, you know, the type of people that had to be evacuated in terms of the care they require?
These are all people who live in independent living. However, they have different needs. Some might be in walkers, some might be in wheelchairs, some might be more capable than you or I. So just a variety of individual needs. Our staff did a phenomenal job. We had from alarm to building being evacuated was about 17 minutes.
Mike, if I could just ask you one question in terms of your human and emotional response to this when you arrived on scene today and saw the building on fire, and then to where we're at now with everybody safe, just kind of what you went through and you're kind of looking back on it.
Well, I've been in this industry for about 40 years, 35 years. And my biggest fear is a fire on a campus like this, you know. We practice every single month, fire drills, every shift. Our staff's tuned in, what to do if, what to do when. So I had the confidence when I got the call at 5:15 this morning, and I live down in Bloomington, but when I got the call at 5:15 this morning, I had the confidence our staff here was going to do the right thing because they're trained. They're thoroughly trained. But you know, what you fear is the unknown. How bad is the fire? Has the fire reached the building that's occupied? You know, those are the things that I really wasn't getting as I was driving up here. But, you know, we had them in the dining room for breakfast. We've had them in the dining room for lunch. We've been joking around, you know, and we've had community, one of the little bakeries here in town brought brownies and treats. People are being treated very well, and everybody's in good humor for what they've gone through. It's stressful. It's stressful on them. It's stressful on our staff. And I think when you work in senior housing and senior care, you really take it personal about their well-being. Or, you know I have for the years I've been in it. And so, even though I got here in record time, I think I got here, there's no officers in the room, in about 22 minutes from Bloomington, you know, your mind just wanders on you. You don't know what you're going to get into. You know, when I was coming across 44, and I was about 4 miles west of 135, and I could see the orange glow in the sky. So,
And so you're very grateful to me.
yes.
I know you said the ground was too hot to be an investigation, but how long do you think it could take to determine if a cause or the start of the fire?
That's going to be undetermined right now, so, because we might still have to get a heavy equipment in here to try to get rubble up to do more investigation. So it's, like I said, we haven't even started the investigation yet. I have full faith in my team and the state fire marshal crew that's on site. They sent a whole crew down to assist my team, and I have full confidence that they're going to find a cause to it.
Joshua, you addressed this morning, but it was obviously a big fire. Can you
Yeah.
put a little more perspective on it?
So I have talked to the water company, and they've been able to, they're going to be tracking how much water came into the facility because it's a private facility. They have their own water tower here. So I'm going to estimate right now we're at 750,000 gallons of water that's been sprayed since 5 a.m. this morning.
Thank you very much, Joe.
You're welcome.